Wow, we're gonna do it. We're gonna open up a 1995 4th edition gift box today, and this is just this is something special. I've done it once before, and Dan, you've sent me another one of these gift boxes. Dan from the Hurloon Heroes from Denmark, and I mean this is gonna be a treat. You know, this is something special. I'm gonna enjoy this moment, and I hope you too. Let's open up this 1995 gift box. Okay, so we've got the gift box. The cool thing is, like I said, I've opened one of these before, and maybe you can see that box in the background. I've got it right here, and this is the one that Dan sent me earlier, but that one wasn't sealed. It had sealed decks in it, but the box itself wasn't sealed. This one is still completely sealed. Let me just put it back. So yeah, this is really going to be something special. I've got a small little scissors here to open it up, and the contents here is 2 deck boxes, but also there's a special edition of the Duelist in here. There we go. Oh man, this is so special. Just opening up something that's so old. And this is the year that I started Magic. You know, this is pure nostalgia for me. This is such a rush. Okay, so we got the first plastic wrapper off, and then there's actually a second one. We see the barcode here still. There's price tags on here still. Let's see, what's a good point? I think this here to open it up. I don't want to damage the box. I mean, the box alone is just, you know, beautiful. Oh man, the arts, that's everything. Oh, they don't make the game the way they used to, right? I remember 4th edition coming out, and everybody was so excited because you had those booster packs with the actual art on it. Okay, so here, what you're hearing is this. Wow, so there was a label over the label. Maybe it got repriced or something. Okay, and then we have this label. So this is the 3rd plastic label we're gonna go through. Very close to my Shivan Dragon. I would love to pull a Shivan Dragon. That was my dream. Actually, I hope to pull this dude, the Northern Paladin, because the Paladin I've got in my condition is very poor. Okay, so now it opens up. So I want to do it very carefully so I can keep actually the sticker here, and also the original tag, vintage. Do you see that? Maybe Dan, you can let me know what store this is. Is it from the US or is it from Denmark? I guess it's from the US because it's got the $, but vintage something. If you know anything about the store, we'd love to hear it. Okay, so in the puzzle box, there is a little Duelist Magazine. I'll show you. And there's also a pouch with glass beads, so you can use that to track your life total. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So there we go. We'd love to hear your opinion, Wizards of the Coast. Business reply email. Yeah, here you see the Duelist pouch. Then here you have a rules book, which is a little bit more fancy than, you know, your usual rules book, I guess. And then we have the 2 starter decks. Here we have the glass beads, and the blue ones, the dark blue ones, we would use for 5 life, and these, the lighter ones, for 1 life. That's how we used to play it, at least. I don't know how you guys did it back at home. Let me know. So here we've got the 2 starter decks. I'm just gonna put them here. Yes, we're gonna open them up. Don't worry. But I also want to show you an interesting article in here. Actually, this is quite a nice read. There are a lot of interesting articles in here, but one of the things I like about it, it gives you really an insight of what the game was like back in the day, is you've got this starting from scratch article, and you know, then it says choosing your colors, and it gives you some insight. So the first big decision to make is which colors to play. As a general rule of thumb, you should probably limit your deck to 2 or 3 colors. 1 color is far too easy for your opponent to defend against. I love to play a 1 color deck, so it's pretty cool. They explain how you choose your colors, and also then here the creature comforts. The deciding factor in which colors to play is likely to be your creatures. While it is possible to build creatureless decks in Magic, these tend to be much more complicated and hard to build, with the small number of cards a beginning player has available. That is kind of true, I guess, but it's funny that creatures were really the core of the game. Creatures had the most value. Everybody wanted to trade for the creatures. As we know now, the creatures were actually pretty bad. Iconic, of course, but pretty bad. But you would trade away very valuable spells and lands just to get big creatures. You know, creatures were the bomb at the time. So yeah, Duelist, beautiful little book. And then let me just put this away for now. I was going to do it very carefully. Let's do the rule book as well, because we want to get to the starter deck, right? We want to get to these 2 bricks. Maybe it's nice to just also tell you a little bit about the value. So I was checking eBay to see the prices for these, and it's kind of crazy. You know, you pay, let me just have a look here. Yeah, you pay like $400 for a box. And I can already tell you, there's no way you're going to get $400 out of it. Obviously, you don't do it for the money. You do it for the nostalgia. You do it for the trip back in time. You know, I got this from Dan because Dan said, you know, I want you to share it on your YouTube channel because then more people can enjoy the opening than if I open it alone or if I just record it and put it somewhere. So first of all, thank you very much, Dan, for that. And I really do enjoy these openings. Not because of the money, but because it takes you back. You know, like I said, I started in 1995 opening a product from that era, and I actually got this gift box, this very same gift box. I wish I still had it. I got it as a kid. So, you know, I really feel connected to this product. So we've got 2 of these starter decks, 4th edition. So 4th edition, I made a little list. 4th edition, what's the value in 4th edition? There's not a lot. You're not going to get the $400, but there are some really nice pools. You can get like a Mana Vault, and if it's in near mint X condition, we're talking about 45 euros. You can also get a Sylvan Library. I've got a list here. That's why I'm looking at my right. A Sylvan Library for 21 euros. Then you've got a Land Text for 15 euros. So some really nice cards. And then in the uncommon section, you've got Swords to Plowshares, Anime Debt, and Strip Mine. And Anime Debt, or no, let me check. Strip Mine is the most expensive one for 8 euros. And then in the common section, you've got some €1 commons, which is quite nice. Dark Ritual, Lightning Bolt, Blue Elemental Blast. And then you've got your Red Elemental Blast, which is actually 3 euros. Yeah. And you know what I can already do? No, I don't want to do that because on this side, there's an uncommon, and I don't want to show that uncommon. I want everything to, you know, remain a secret because the way these packs are organized is, let me just open it up, be very careful, is that you have 9 uncommons at the front at this side, and then 3 rares, and then you've got the lands. And you've got 22 basic lands. And I believe 28 commons? No, 26 commons. Oh, this is so special. Oh, the feeling. Oh, the smell. The smell really takes me back to 1995. Oh, those were simpler times. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. Okay, so we've got the cards. Okay, so we first have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 uncommons. Then we've got 1, 2, 3 rares. Would be nice actually to pull a Mana Vault because in my 4th edition collection my Mana Vault is a little bit busted, so it would be nice to get a pack fresh one. So okay, so now I'm going to turn it around. If I didn't make any mistakes, you know, this should be the land. Okay, so I'm going to turn it around. Yeah, we got a land, baby. So 22 lands in this pack. Beautiful pack fresh basics. Just gonna put them here. Yeah, really sweet. Love it, love it, love it. I'm just gonna go through it quite fast. These are just the basic lands. This is my favorite island. Although this one's beautiful too. They're all beautiful, I guess. So we've got 20 now, right? 20. Look at these lands alone. They're just gorgeous. 20 lands. I think there should be 22 in the pack, right? So 21, 22, 23. Okay, so I guess I made a mistake. Or didn't I count 5, 10, 15. I didn't count correctly. Sorry. It's just, the thing is when you're opening, and I'm kind of tense because I'm opening this very old, very cool product, I guess I kind of lose my ability to count, to add up. Anyway, we've got 20 lands now, right? And then we're going to go to 21. we're going to go to 22. Exactly. So this is an 03. Is this a wall of wood? It's a wall of wood. Okay, so we've got our beautiful lands. I'm just going to put them here on a pile. We've got our beautiful lands. And now we're going to go to our commons. So we've got Wall of Wood, 03 wall. We've got a Thunderwolves, 1/1 first striker. We've got Fear. Target creature cannot be blocked except by black creatures and artifact creatures. We've got War Mammoth, 3/3 Trampler. I love to put a Giant Growth on a War Mammoth, call it like a mini force. We've got a Sandstorm, deals 1 damage to all attacking creatures. Pretty fun surprise. Power Sink. I think Power Sink should have maybe been uncommon. This card is so good at Counterspell. The Mustard Man, that's how we call him. Then we've got the Hill Giant. 3/3 vanilla. We've got 2/4, yeah, the Giant Spider. Can't block creatures with flying. So we're looking, by the way, for Dark Ritual, Red Elemental Blast, Lightning Bolt, Blue Elemental Blast. Those are the commons with some value. Personally, I hope to get a Timmy, of course. And what would also be nice is a Llanowar Elves. Morale, card from originally from the Dark. The Asp, Naf's Asp. Little handy little card. Really good in Chandelar because it works a little bit different. And then we've got Samite Healer. If you look closely here, you can see a silhouette of a face. Right, so you got the nose here. You've got the mouth here. Pretty cool. Lightning Bolt. Nice. So this is one of the best commons. And back fresh Lightning Bolt. Man, look at this card. It's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So that's going to go here. Going to make a little pile of valuables on the right side. Carnivorous Plant. When this came out, by the way, because it didn't have wall in the name, people thought you could attack with it. Even though it says summon wall, people were like, no, no, no. It's not a wall. It's Carnivorous Plant. I can attack. Then you've got Immolation. Immolation in Timmy is kind of nice. You got Crawlworm. Yeah, epic. Everybody remembers Crawlworm. Howl from Beyond. Pretty cool finisher. We've got the Prajesh Gypsies, which is now a banned card, I believe. Then we've got the Cyclopean Mummy. Such a cool card. This card is now a zombie, which really helps because then you've got 2 power for 2 mana. It's pretty useful. You've got a Fog. Iconic card, of course. Sea Serpent. Who doesn't love the Sea Serpent? Hopefully we get a Phantasmal Terrain and we can cast it. Graveshot Catapult. So much fun. Then we have Gaseous Form. And a Grey Ogre. And an Unsummon. Psychic Venom. Yeah, I love the art of this card. Beautiful. A Death Ward. We've got a Library of Lang. Okay, so now we're at the uncommon territory. So we're just going to put this here. Now we're at uncommon. So 9 uncommons in total. Library of Lang. Crystal Rod. Burrowing. Desert Twister. Shout out to the Desert Twisters in Arizona. And we have Green Ward. And Anson Maddox. Counter. Oh yeah, this is Death Lace, right? Oh, Death Grip. Yeah. Life Lace is something else. Death Grip. Okay. How many cards do we have? So 1, 2. So these are the 3 rares. So we've got 3 uncommons to go. And then the rares will come. Okay. So we've got Death Grip. We've got, yeah, Rod of Ruin. Timmy on the stick, baby. Very happy that I've pulled this one. That's really cool. Rod of Ruin. Felwerstone. I think Felwerstone is one of the more valuable uncommons, actually. Very playable. I'm going to put Felwerstone here. Oh, talking about playable, Black Knight. Such an iconic card. I love the flavor text of Black Knight. Battle doesn't need a purpose. The battle is its own purpose. You don't ask why a plague spreads or a field burns. Don't ask why I fight. But now we're going to get the first rare, okay? So get ready. Can you hear the drums? Okay, let's give it a try. Green, obviously. All non-artifact creatures. Oh yeah, this is Titania's Song. Yep. Pretty cool rare. Not too valuable, but pretty cool. You can build cool decks around it. Originally from Antiquities. Then we have, okay, Susan Van Camp. Oh, Magnetic Mountain. Magnetic Mountain. Okay, well, well, not really what I was hoping for. Now the last rare. Dan Frazier. Oh, this is Animate Wool. I love the art of this. This art is so funky. Look at the wool. The wool. This is the wool on a Monday. This is me on a Monday morning. This is my girlfriend telling me I have to get out of bed to go to work. Animated wool, especially now, you know, with the dark days. So yeah, not the best rares, but hey, still iconic. I love it. And I'm just gonna keep these 3 cards over here. I think they're quite nice. Okay, and I'm gonna keep everything together anyway. So we're gonna keep this together. Maybe I'll just keep these decks together, by the way, and just play against it with my brother. It would be really cool. If you're watching, let's play a game with these. Okay, so want to keep these 3 cards here. These are kind of the top hits. And now we're going to open up the second starter deck. Oh, this is so sweet. And again, of course, it's not about, you know, the money or the value. It's about the nostalgia. But it's always nice to kind of check out the prices, right? But yeah, these were the days of Magic where you honestly didn't know all the cards in the set and you were discovering them as you were opening the packages. Also, you had to know by heart what the rares were, what the uncommons were. It was a more challenging time. And it was good, you know? There we go. Okay. Oh, I love it. I wish you guys could smell the ink smells. Fantastic. Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There we go. These are the 9 uncommons then. 1, 2. These are the 3 rares. I'm going to turn it around. Yes. Okay. Always kind of, you know, worried that maybe I didn't count correctly. You're going to see a rare. Okay. So we have a plains, of course. So we're going to go up to the 22 lands. So that's our first 5. Here's our second 5 lands. So we're up to 10 lands, so 12 more to go. I do hope I'm going to find a pack fresh Timmy. That would be really sweet. If you would be opening 4th edition right now like I am, what would your favorite pool be? From a nostalgic point of view. I would love, for me, I would love to have a clone, because I remember, no, clone's not in 4th edition. I would actually love a Shivan Dragon. That would be epic. 20, 21, okay, 22. So we're going to start with the uncommon. So 3-1. Is that the Goblin Snow Patrol? Yeah, Goblin Rock Sled. Yeah, Snow Patrol is Ice Age, of course. Goblin Rock Sled. Okay, let me just get the lands out of our way. Beautiful stuff, of course. This one's a little bent, you see? Even though they're not foil. So we've got Goblin Rock Sled. Oh, let me show you. This is really nice with Blood Moon, because then you can attack. Love the idea of this, that you know, your opponent has to have a mountain, and because you slide off, it takes a whole turn to go back up on the mountain. I love that from a flavor point of view. Amru Kithkin, quite nice if you put a blessing on this one. Then we have the Twiddle. Yeah, Bird Maiden, love the arts. This just makes you happy, right? This makes you happy. Check that art out. Just Gaia and Phil Folio, they're so good. Pearled Unicorn. Circle of Protection Green. Marsh Gas. Shenodin Dryads. Erosion. I recently discovered that Erosion is really good in Chandelar because the opponent never pays, so it's kind of land destruction in blue, which is pretty sweet. Dwarven Warriors. Now this is an iconic card. Dragonwell Dwarven Warriors. That was the tech back in the day. Back in the day. Healing Solve, part of the boon cycle. Can you believe it? I mean, what's better, Healing Solve or Ancestral Recall? You know, is that even a question? Drudge Skeleton. Spell Blast. Again, I like Spell Blast. I like the art of Spell Blast. And what's really cool, if you can Spell Blast like a turn 1 Black Lotus against you and you pay 1 blue and Spell Blast. It's really funny. Fire Breathing. Hey, that's good. We got a little combo here. We can do Dwarven Warriors and then Fire Breathe something, make it unblockable, then pump it. That's how we used to rock and roll back in the day. Piety. Is it PT or Piety? How do you pronounce this? All blocking creatures get +0/+3. Yeah. I mean, it would have been a little bit better if it would say all blocking creatures get +3/+3. Anyway, then of course the Unholy Strength, the missing pentagram. Circle of Protection white. Probably one of the circles that sees the least of play. I think red sees the most of play. Scathe Zombies. Oh yeah, I love the flavor text. They groan, they stir, they all uproar. Nor spake nor moved their eyes. It had been strange even in a dream to have seen those dead men rise. The rhyme of the ancient mariner, Samuel Coleridge. How sweet is old school flavor text? It doesn't get any better than old school. It's a fact. It's a fact. Mark Poole. Yeah, Wild Growth. Love these. Really sweet. We've got Jump, Jump for Your Love. Oh yeah, the Pegasus. Love that. Beautiful art by Melissa Benson. Then we've got a Pit Scorpion. Let's see, are we almost at the rares? 3 rares. I mean, are we almost at the uncommons? 5 more commons to go. Okay, 5 more commons to go. So we've got Pit Scorpion. The first poison counter kind of card, right? And then you've got the Marsh Viper from the Dark. Venom, talking about poison. That's kind of nice to have those two together. Flood, so I think 3 more cards to go. This kind of looks like the Timmy hat, doesn't it? If you look closely. I think so, at least. Brainwash, probably a card that never sees any play. Unless you're playing Sealed or Draft. Terror, yeah, that's a good common, actually. Talking about commons, we didn't really get the ones that we went for, right? We didn't see any red Elemental Blast, blue Elemental Blast. In this pack, at least, Dark Ritual, stuff like that. Llanowar Elves, Prodigal Sorcerer, no Tim. So, and this is the first uncommon, Mind Bomb. Mind Bomb is pretty cool if you have an reanimator strategy, like Animate Dead. It's a very cheap way to discard some cards. Mind Bomb. Then we've got Ivory Cup. Okay, that's pretty cool, because in the other one we had the blue version. These are called Lucky Charms, by the way. So we have Ivory Cup. Let me put them here. We've got Ivory Cup. We've got Conversion. Such a weird card. All mountains become basic plains. During your upkeep, pay 2 white or destroy Conversion. So funny. I always thought if your opponent plays out a Blood Moon, turns all your non-basics into mountains, and then if you cast a Conversion, those mountains are turned into plains. That's kind of a funny situation. Hey, Earth Elemental. Yeah. Pretty cool. Love this card. 4/5. And Castle. Let's see. We've got 5. This is uncommon number 5. So White Wards. I know that Dan Frazier himself said his own art that he hates the most, which I know is very strong language, but I think he used that, or the wards. I think the White Ward he mentioned specifically. I'm not sure now, but I know it's pure nostalgia, but I like the art. I know it's because of nostalgia, but I love it. I don't care. A black card, Evil Presence. It's really nice to put an Evil Presence on a Library of Alexandria in old school. It always cracks me up. Well, I'm saying always as if I do it every day, which is not true, but I had a deck where anyway, whatever. I digress. Nene Thomas art. She's very good with owls. Ooh, Untamed Wilds. What if this card could also look up dual lands? Then this card would definitely see play. 2, 4, 6, 7. So we've got after this 1 more uncommon to go just for Mirror Force. 4, 6. This is the Golem, right? Obsanious Golem. Also has pretty cool flavor text. The foot stone is connected to the ankle stone. The ankle stone is connected to the leg stone. Song of the Artificer. So funny. It just creates the flavor text together with the art, together with like the Song of the Artificer part. The author, I guess. It creates a picture in your mind. You can see this artificer working on the Obscenius Golem, right? Putting it together and singing this song. Yeah, so much flavor. Okay, first rare. Marteddin. It's an artifact. Could it be the Manifold? Oh, could it be the Manifold? No player may untap more than one land during his or her untap phase. Yeah, this is Winter Orb. Actually, that's a good pull. Winter Orb is one of the more valuable and also a beautiful card, beautiful rare here. One of the better rares to pull in the set, actually, especially pack fresh. Then we have Tom Warner-Strand, also an artifact. Artifact heavy starter deck in the rare section at least. Oh wow, this is a lot of text. Is this Armageddon Clock or something? No, it's Bronze Tablet. Yeah, that's always a bit of a... These are the anti cards, and you never really play for antis. That's always a bit of a... Yeah, disappointment when you pull those. Amy Weber, okay. Yeah, this is the Armageddon Clock. Wow. Look at that. So we had Bronze Tablet and Armageddon Clock. The reason I thought this was the Armageddon Clock is because of all the text. I'm like, okay, what artifact has a lot of text on it? Bam. I mean, here. During your upkeep, put one Doom counter on Armageddon Clock. At the end of your upkeep, Armageddon Clock deals X damage to each player, where X is the number of Doom counters on Armageddon Clock. During any upkeep, any player may pay 4 to remove a Doom counter from the clock. So it's actually, this is pretty cool with Martyrs of Corliss, because then the Martyrs take the damage. Problem, of course, is it's 6. Maybe if you combine it with the, where is it? Where is she? If you combine it with the Titania song, right? There you've got something cool going on. Anyway, this was the opening, and I hope you've liked it as much as I did. I thought it was an amazing, fantastic, super cool experience, and I just want to thank you, Dan, for sending this over. This is just great. If you've enjoyed this opening as much as I did, please leave a like, a comment, and share it on your socials. All these things are free. And if you want to see more openings, I actually have a few more openings on the channel. I put them together in a playlist, so there's probably an info card popping up right now. Yeah, you can click on that info card, and then you can see more openings. And I have, like I said, I have one more opening, right, of the box that I opened last time. And now I have 2. I can't believe it. I think I'm going to keep these decks together, and I'm going to, you know, make another video where I play with one of the 2 decks against the other deck, you know. Probably against my brother. So, Joop, if you're watching, we're gonna play with these decks. Anyway, enough talk. Thank you for watching, and see you guys next time. Oh man, this is so cool.
What shall we do with the drunken sailor? What shall we do with the drunken sailor? What shall we do with the drunken sailor? Early in the morning, way hey and up she rises, way hey and up she rises, way hey and up she rises. Early in the morning, put him in the longboat until he's sober. Put him in the longboat until he's sober. Put him in the longboat until he's sober. Early in the morning, way hey and up she rises, way hey and up she rises, way hey and up she rises. Early in the morning, pull out the plug and wet him all over. Pull out the plug and wet him all over. Pull out the plug and wet him all over. Early in the morning, way hey and up she rises, way hey and up she rises, way hey and up she rises. Early in the morning. What shall we do with the drunken sailor? What shall we do with the drunken sailor? Put him in the scows in the horse my son, put him in the scows in the horse my son, put him in the scows in the horse my son. Early in the morning, way hey up she rises, way hey up she rises, way hey up she rises. Early in the morning.
Igitus figitus sumba kazing.